Today we are going to see summary and explanation of this poem, very famous poem of course it is, by one and only William Shakespeare. And the name or the title of the poem is All the World is a Stage. Now, in the title itself has you can say such a deep meaning. The world is a stage for human beings where they play their different roles of life. In fact, human beings play their parts in life as characters play their role on stage, isn't it? Like, characters means all the actors, how they play their role on the stage. Similarly, all human beings, we are here to merely nothing but play our own role. Men and women, they are merely, you can say, puppets in the hands of destiny. Just like the infrastructure of any stage, even the world has its, you can say, own entrances and exits. Then every man, he has many roles to play. Let's say for example, a man. He could be a son of somebody, a brother, a father, or uncle, or simply an employee of some company. He has to also play a role of a citizen of his country. Also he has to play role important role in the society also. So all these plays in the society, or all these play throughout his life, whatever he is playing, they can be roughly described by seven stages in his life. And that is what the poet is talking here in this poem. Now, explanation is says what? In these lines, the poet compares this world to a stage. All men and women are only actors and actresses on the stage of the world. We're all actors and actresses. All these people have different routes to enter the stage and also have different exits to go, because it all depends on our destiny. We never know when we have to enter on the stage. Similarly, we exactly don't know when to go. So we don't know what is going to be our and how it is going to be our entrance, and we don't even know how are we going to exit. Am I right? They enter this stage when they are born and leave this stage when they die. Every person during his lifetime plays many parts, and these parts are called as seven ages. These ages are actually nothing but acts of a play. Now, the brief introduction to the poem. The poem is an extract from Shakespeare's play, As You Like It. It is a satirical play. It is in the form of a speech by a character named Jack. Jack compares the world to a stage. On this stage, each man plays the drama of his life. His drama consists of mainly seven acts. These acts correspond to the seven ages in a man's life. And these acts are the crying infant, the whining schoolboy, the passionate lover, the brave soldier, the wise justice, the elderly gentleman who is unhealthy, and lastly, the old man at the door of death. The poem analyzes the characteristics of all these age as well as these stages. Now let's see the first stage, infant. Cute baby. The poem describes the birth of the child as the first act of the drama of human life. The human baby cries and vomits in the nurse's arms because he's innocent. According to the poet, baby is very innocent. At his birth, he is full of joy, but still he starts crying and weeping on very small matter as he has no sense. Do we all have sense at that stage? No, nobody. So it is same for everybody, isn't it? In this stanza, the poet describes about the dependence of the baby on others. Baby is depending on others. He also tells about child simplicity. Every child in the world is simple, innocent, and it has to depend on others. The second stage, when he starts going to his school. He enters his school life. He goes through his infant life. He emerges as a school child. Shakespeare describes him as a boy having a face fresh like morning, with his bag hanging on his side, walking appropriately to school. In the beginning, he does not feel like going to school, but gradually his thinking changes. So, when we start going to school, we all look like something like this. Now, look at that boy and his face. And it's same for everybody. I mean, most of the kids, of course. Whining schoolboy. And then the whining schoolboy with his satchel, that means his school bag, and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to go to school. Means he doesn't want to go to school, so he's walking very slowly, like an insect, like a snail. Then comes the third stage of man's life, everybody's favorite. The poet says, and then the lover, sighing like a furnace, with a woeful ballad, made to his mistress eyebrow. This third stage is his early youth, the peak of love and high romance, high and passionate romance. He sighs like a burning furnace and sings the sad ballads of romance. Sad ballads mean sad poems, songs, anything which is sad, because he has to show that passion for his lover, for that young woman or a girl. The impression of her reply can be seen in her eyebrows. That means that young girl or a woman, if she likes him or she doesn't like him, whatever, you can see all those expressions in her eyes, or you can make out from her eyebrows. Then comes the fourth stage in man's life. Now he's matured, he has developed himself, he's transformed. His thinking is also now different. He has a purpose. He starts to find, he starts, aiming at something. He has some goal in his life, he has a purpose in his life. At least he's trying to find. But at the same time, he's warm blooded, he's young. So he decides to become a soldier because there's a lot of bravery in his heart. Usually young people, they're not scared of anything. That kind of a stage. He's ready to take all the risk in his life. He accepts the challenges. He takes strange oaths. He has a beard like a tiger, leopard, as the poet says. He is fierce like these animals. He has got all that strength, youth, all that zeal, you can say. During this stage of man is jealous of honor of others. He can get easily jealous if somebody else is being praised. He is very quick tempered, short tempered, and also owns quarrels, often gets into arguments and the fights quickly. Since he is warm blooded, he looks for temporary reputation and fame. He wants to become famous, he wants to earn fame very fast, quickly, and for that he is ready to take any risk. To achieve this temporary fame, he is even ready to go into mouths of a gun. As in the poems, a poet says, cannon. He does not bother for dangers. We are all like this when we are young. Now, the fifth stage of a man's life. This is a bit different. Here, the man becomes middle aged now. He's matured like a judge. He has a fair round belly full of the meat of chicken. Now, what does this suggest? Because, see, in the middle age, we start earning. I mean, we have already earned a lot. We have a financial gain. So, we are having a prosperity. So, we are ignorant about our health. And that's how our daily diet becomes. Perhaps he has become so like this because he eat meat and some chicken in excess. In this stage, when he is firm, serious, and green, his conversation is always full of many different proverbs, saws, and sayings. which are full of wisdom and knowledge. He wants to pass on whatever knowledge he has gained so far to young people or even all other people in the society. So his conversation is always full of all proverbs and sayings. He's sharing his past experiences also. He's giving many examples from the modern age. And how does he dress himself up? He has a beard of formal cut as such in this part of his life, because he is dressing himself like a truly, you can say, sophisticated person according to his status in the society. That is how he wants to present himself in the society. Then comes the sixth stage of an old man. Now, this sixth stage of an old man, during this stage, he becomes weak in health and thin. He wears spectacles on his nose and wears slippers. He wears clothes of his youth, which have become because now his body is shrunken, right? So he can easily wear clothes from his youth. His voice becomes hoarse and rough, manly voice he has. He has a soft and loose skin that hangs down as because of his old age, just like you can see in the photograph. We're all going to look like this when we become old, aren't we? In his slippers and his loose fitting garments, he looks like a funny old man in a pantaloon. He looks like a comic figure. Now, the last stage. Now, he again is a cute, just like a baby, right? Now, how's this last stage? Last stage is the old age where he enters his second childhood. Second childness, helplessness, ignorant, everything, immature. It is also beginning of the end of his eventful history. It is also the stage of oblivion. Oblivion means state of being unconscious or being unaware of the surroundings. It is also a stage of oblivion, the state of being completely forgotten or unknown, the state of forgetting or being oblivious, official disregard or overlooking of offenses. He is without everything, without teeth, eyes, taste, everything. Cute though. Now, explanation. This is the last stage of man's life. In this stage, he changes from his old age to the oldest one. This is a strange stage of life. In this period, all the life which has been previously full of strange events comes to an end. Man becomes child once again. This is like his second childhood. In this stage, he is childish as well as childlike. At this stage, he forgets almost everything. His memory becomes very weak. He loses teeth, eyesight, and taste. He is without everything. This is the stage in which he completes the drama of his life and leaves the stage of this world for the next. So, conclusion. Life is a drama, world is a stage, and we human beings are actors. The theme hints at the greatest irony in the lives of human beings. Shakespeare over here has masterfully described the stages of human life. Have a good day, all of you.